So I had been in the hospital for 4 days and I never had even, I don't think, 10 minutes of sleep. And I never even imagined that a person could go that long without sleep and still be alive. But apparently you can if you lay still, if you have your eyes closed. But I didn't have any sleep for 4 days. And then I got a new roommate. Her name was Elvira. She was an 80-year-old woman from Queens that just had a full shoulder replacement. And she came in, she was very talkative, but I wasn't able to really talk to her very much. Um, I was short of breath, I had oxygen on, so I couldn't even respond to her very much, to be polite. But before it was lights out, because she came in the evening, so before it was lights out, she said, "It's not a coincidence that we are roommates." And I couldn't even respond to her, so I just let it go, hoping that she just, forgive me for not being as social as I wanted to be. But that night, it was my usual not being able to sleep. It was, 2 in the morning when I start to hear her pray, what sounded like praying. And it was 2 a.m. and I couldn't hear what she was saying. And I certainly didn't hear her saying my name. But I knew that she was praying for me. And it didn't make sense because she was an 8-year-old woman who just had a full shoulder replacement. But for 2 hours, I heard her praying, and I knew, I could feel it in my heart that it was for me. And after she stopped praying, it was like maybe just after 4 a.m., I fell asleep for the first time in over 4 days. And I slept for an hour and a half because at 5:30 in the morning, the PA comes in and turns on the lights and does their evaluations and everything. But after that, everything turned around. I got the plasma I needed. My health turned around. Yeah, I had more peace. I was able to sleep the next night for I think 2 hours and then 3 hours the next night. And the whole atmosphere seemed to just clear from the room. So this woman only stayed one night, and I knew that it was God assigned her to me to pray for me, because in the morning she said, "I was up all night praying for you." And I said, "I know, because I was able to sleep for the first time in over 4 days." And so I really, really appreciated her. She said, "I just felt like God, it was coming from God that He was telling me to pray for you." And so I really, really just was so thankful to God that He inspired an 80-year-old woman and sustained her to pray, who just had surgery, to pray for me for 2 hours. And He used her, and it just turned everything around. So nobody can ever say that God is not a supernatural God and that He is not alive today, that He is not able to use anyone, even an 80-year-old woman who just had surgery, to impact somebody else's life. And I'm sure it wasn't convenient, but she allowed herself to be used. And so prayer is powerful, guys, and I'm just thankful to God for the way He works in our lives.